की सबसे बड़ी खबर के साथ। और बड़ी खबर यह
Namaskara from Karnataka to all the wonderful And I will tell you, I will distribute Mysore Pak to all my friends of Republic. Congress is winning with the magical number of 113. The anti-incumbency is going to be. Not just that, that 40% Bhrashtachara Sarkara, Niranjana.
Weren't you Aam Aadmi Party supporter?
The PSI scam.
Weren't you Aam Aadmi Party supporter?
Anna.
Weren't you Aam Aadmi Party supporter?
Anna, Aam Aadmi supporter can speak the truth, right? The truth is, the Congress and BJP is neck to neck.
14
But
million
today,
subscribers on my
let me
YouTube
tell
channel.
you, the Congress, the campaign,
secret to
the
that
Gruha
success
Lakshmi
is
campaign, 3,000 rupees for the women of the state of Karnataka. 10 kg
Not
of
just
rice
that,
for every person per family.
Campaigning time is over. Weren't you Aam Aadmi Party time is over? It hasn't worked. Rashmi, weren't you Aam Aadmi?
I definitely believe that Congress started off very strong.
The fact of the matter, this has been
blunders towards the end were
Congress so far. So therefore, the Congress is looking good to win. By far, as a citizen of India,
No poll is doing that. No poll is doing that. By the way,
no poll is doing that.
Yeah, no poll is doing that.
I agree that Congress started off strong, but then the blunders towards the end were colossal. So I think, it really matters what was the most recent kind of, a reaction, because people in India, the memory is low, the news cycles are quick. So I think what happened towards the end, towards the elections really matter. That being said, I think BJP did an excellent job by bringing up like 56 new faces, even in regions like coastal Karnataka, where BJP has an easy win. I'm from Udupi. I voted in Udupi. Here we had a new candidate, despite having a 3-time MLA. So I think they did cover all of their bases. They did their best, and that being said, I think they did combat all of the issues that they could have. The only rock that Congress can stand on is the, problem of inflation, which can, then translate to a few votes for Congress. I think that is the major issue. It's not corruption. Please, the minute Congress speaks about corruption, it's like holding a mirror. Because everybody in Karnataka knows, the Congress government was so corrupt. He was extremely corrupt. So the minute Congress starts speaking about corruption, it's like holding a mirror.
No, one second. I'll be somewhere. 1 minute. No, Abbas, don't speak over her. No, Abbas, your audio is also not very clear. We'll just fix that. Trust me, it's not clear. Nobody can hear you clearly. Okay, just calm down. Aram se. But I'm just asking you, Abhishek, can you at this stage, while we're all talking about how the JDS can perhaps play a role, and maybe they will, but can you rule out a Congress-JDS alliance, or is that completely sort of ruled out after the experience the last time around? Because obviously there will be pressure from KCR, there will be pressure from the opposition bloc. They're all close to Kumaraswamy.
Well, Niranjan, if you look at the vote banks, if you look at the pond in which the parties fish, obviously there is a natural affinity between the JDS and the Congress party. So obviously that pull factor would be there between the two parties, despite whatever the expression of sentiment by their leaders that, oh, we are never going to connect with the Congress ever again, or for that matter, the fact that the JDS, as was mentioned by Aishwarya earlier, Niranjan, has been equally talking to the BJP, but that's keeping the doors ajar, keeping the options open. That typically every political party does. But the direct answer to your question, yes, the likelihood of JDS and the Congress party coming together, also because the difference between the BJP and the Congress, if you look at a summation of polls, median of those numbers, it remains between 8 to 10 seats, and that gives the Congress party a certain edge in terms of negotiating with the JDS, or for the JDS to negotiate with the Congress.
You look at the exit poll of polls. Ashwin, you want to talk about the poll of polls? We have the poll of poll numbers out. There are 3 or 4 polls that we're just considering, but the poll of poll numbers similar to what we are showing here on Republic TV. If you want to quickly talk over them, that's the poll of poll number. We have 3 or 4 polls that we've aggregated, and this is what most polls are showing. The Congress short of majority mark. BJP may be able to cross the 90s, will be tough to hit the 3-figure mark, but once again falling short of the majority number. JDS, Shravan, may in all probability play that crucial role again.
Also, Niranjan, Shravan, just because I was saying that the vote bank affinity is there between the Congress and the JDS, but more importantly, if the BJP is little behind, then I'm just thinking, if the BJP has to do a shinde vis-a-vis a Shinde to Uddhav Thackeray, it was done in Maharashtra, then the possibility of the JDS and the BJP coming together is more than the JDS coming with the Congress.
Just to add that ground feeling from there, Niranjan, the sense that I got from the JDS while speaking to them is that there's massive infighting. There's still a massive infighting. H.D. Devegowda is holding on to both the sons. And the fact of the matter is that right now, it's a fight for being relevant. And somewhere down the line, the sense that I got after speaking to H.D. Kumaraswamy is that perhaps he would like to go with the BJP more, less with the Congress at this point in time.
Especially
and
what
that's the
happened
sense I got simply after after interviewing him, because I went on asking, and I've actually followed at least 4 rallies of H.D. Kumaraswamy, and I actually counted, Abhishek, how many times he's hit out at the Congress party versus how many times he hit out at the BJP. Clearly, he was completely dissatisfied. He was angry about how he was treated by the Congress party. And I could say almost every rally, he has basically spoken more against the Congress, less about the BJP. So much so when I asked about the corruption issue, H.D. Kumaraswamy ended up saying that we know what happened when Siddaramaiah was in power, and less about the BJP. So there is an indication, if this stands, if the numbers stand the way it is, no one crosses the halfway mark, Kumaraswamy still would no longer be the king, he'll still be the kingmaker, and in all likelihood, there's enough indication that he might just go with the BJP.
There was one very, very interesting trend that also comes out of this exit poll, Abhishek, Dipti and Shravan. And you'll be very, very interested that we are hearing that 2 rebel candidates of the BJP, and Anamesh has more details of this, 2 rebel candidates of the BJP who left the BJP because they got no tickets, may actually win in this election, in which case it will be advantage BJP. There is a possibility that if these rebels win, it's easier. They've been in the BJP for a long time. You never know how things go. Seen how Yediyurappa came to power. That's when the term, Abhishek and Dipti, Operation Kamala was actually coined. When BJP formed the first ever government in the south, when Yediyurappa became the chief minister, that's when Operation Kamala became a term. And let me also tell you, Operation Kamala, of course, is the lotus, right? Another operation is quite possible, and it will be called Operation Kai. Kai in Kannada means hand. So don't rule that out. Whichever way this goes, right, for the Congress party, will they be able to get people from the BJP fold perhaps to help them? You never know how things go in Karnataka.
But I think, Niranjan, what you're saying, if these numbers again hold true, we all know, and Abhishek will vouch for this, it's then got to be the BJP plus the JDS. Only if these numbers hold true. The Congress clearly will not be, it's a divided house. I mean, let's not forget that Congress itself is a divided house. Now you will see that entire, fault line between D.K. Shivakumar versus Siddaramaiah, who really will be taking this entire issue on their hands to be able to ensure that somewhere they are able to crawl through to get a majority here. But it's going to be very difficult. And let's also not forget the biggest headline, I think, because when you move away from Karnataka, you look at the national picture. In spite of a situation like this, if the Congress party is sticking at these numbers, in spite of anti-incumbency, in spite of a chief minister that many say is not as popular, in spite of these corruption charges, in spite of this infrastructure issue that, the Congress has spoken about, in spite of the fact that the Congress gotten together people like D.K. Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah, and in spite of that, Niranjan, if the Congress is not able to win this election, this is the end of the Congress party. And don't forget, you already have a Nitish Kumar who's waiting and watching what happens, what unfolds from here. He's expected to be in Maharashtra only tomorrow. He's meeting with Uddhav Thackeray. He's expected to meet Sharad Pawar just about tomorrow. So how these results again will unfold, I think the biggest headline isn't the Congress party. It's not about the BJP as much. Because even if the BJP, I don't know, if the BJP even ends up losing the election, it has a lot of momentum. The BJP knows how to win elections.
Getting in some more responses.
The real problem here is going to be for the Congress, Niranjan.
Getting in some more responses now. I think we have Surabhi Hodigere and Lokesh Jindal also joining us. If we can quickly get in both their responses as well to this. I can see Surabhi Hodigere and Lokesh Jindal. Lokesh Jindal, have you seen the numbers? Surabhi, have you seen the numbers? This is not a wave election. It is a no-wave election. There is no wave. It is also a big setback to the Congress if this is how it's going down. Lokesh Jindal and Surabhi can respond. Surabhi, okay. Surabhi, you can go first.
Niranjan, I think before I talk about whether it's a disappointment to the Congress or the BJP, and on the behalf of Karnataka voters, I'd like to say that a hung assembly does us no good. It's not the sort of situation that anybody wants to see, and that's really something that we have to look at in the long term. Now, coming back to the conversation on if these numbers do hold true, the majority mark is 113. To cross that, yes, as you rightly mentioned, the BJP might find it easier to partner with the JDS, mostly because of the experiment that happened in the previous JDS Congress regime. There's a lot of lack of trust, and it's a divided house, but Kumaraswamy still has the reign in JDS, and I would say that the preference would lean towards the BJP. So this is what it would look like, and Congress has very few cards to play unless they're able to inch closer to say 110, 109 at least. Beyond that, it's the BJP's sort of game, which is, I want to restate this, right? This is not an ideal situation for Karnataka. I would rather that the BJP make inroads into old Mysore region, partnering with the JDS. I think that would not, I don't know how that goes for BJP in the future, but BJP really needs to be able to get to that majority mark by itself and not have to depend on coalition in the future elections. But yeah, this is what it's looking like as of now, which is that the Congress on the back foot, if they have the numbers that you are showing. I see the person, in front
Lokesh
of me smiling.
Yes, Lokesh. Yes, Lokesh. What are you saying,
yes.
Lokesh? Lokesh, what are you saying? Lokesh, most polls are saying that, by the way.
There will be a clean sweep. Congress will be forming government this time. See, let us look at it logically. Now, Karnataka is divided into 4 regions. If you talk about the Bombay Karnataka region, that is where the BJP is going to retain the seats that it had in the 2018, whatever it had won. In coastal Karnataka also, there were certain oppositions to BJP, especially by the Rama Sena as well as Hindu Jan Jagrati Samiti. When the BJP tried to soften its Hindutva stand that it usually used to promote. Over the southern Karnataka belt that you're talking about, the Mandya as well as the Mysuru, the Hassan district, Ramnagaram district, where BJP was trying to reach out to the Vokkaliga voters. Now over here, the Congress distribution of its guarantee cards, Congress policy of pro-farmer policy is going to work. Rather, I would say, as compared to JDS, compared to the 2018 elections, the Congress will have a significant gain in the southern Karnataka and in the Hyderabad Karnataka region. And these two are going to be the strong.
Hyderabad Karnataka Congress has always been ahead. 1 minute, just getting in. Surabhi, I think we have Mr. Yediyurappa live with us. Just quickly getting in a response from him. Let's go across. Mr. Yediyurappa, good evening. Can you hear us, sir? Good evening.
Yes, sir. Tell me.
Yeah, exit polls showing that you may go close to 100, but may not get a majority on your own. Will you tie up with the JDS? Can you work with Kumaraswamy again?
They are showing about 100. According to me, they are showing about 100 numbers. But according to me, we are going to get absolute majority and we are going to form the government. There is no doubt about it. And you will see after the counting, 101%, we are going to get 115, 120.
But Mr. Yediyurappa, the numbers certainly are not in your favor as of now. We all know that you have a great working equation with H.D. Devegowda and the very fact that will you be opening up the lines at some point in time? Because it seems that you will have to do that.
It is too early to say anything. Afterwards, we will take some decision. But according to me, we are going to get absolute majority according to News Nation or some other news. We are going to get 114, 115 seats. Let us wait and see up to counting. Afterwards, we will take appropriate decision at the appropriate time.
But you worked with Mr. Kumaraswamy. Do you think it is possible? You're not saying no.
No, it is too early to say anything. After the counting is over, then only party will take appropriate decision.
Sir, Sir, you worked with Mr. Kumaraswamy, you know him well. We are hearing that some central leaders have also reached out to JDS leadership over the last 1 month. You are obviously aware of the situation. You are not saying no, but do you think it is a possibility?
It is too early to say anything. After counting, our central leadership will take appropriate decision. According to me, we are going to get absolute majority.
What if, do you think the JDS will go with the Congress or will they avoid? You think the JDS will work with the Congress or they can't go with the Congress? After last year, after the last term?
No, I don't know anything about JDS stand. It is too early to say anything about JDS. Yeah. After the counting is over, then we will take appropriate decision according to the situation.
I think we just lost the line there. But
he doesn't want to take that question.
Yeah, no, I think we lost the line there, but you got the news point there. He's not saying no, Shravan. He's not saying no. I think that's the news point. He's not saying no. He's saying it's too early, which is, I think, is a big giveaway.
I don't know if we can.
I think we can still get the question. I think, Niranjan, we can still get the question to him. My question was, Mr. Yediyurappa, you think if the party, the party that approached you, had that approach happened little earlier, and the hand-holding with the Prime Minister, the picture that came, had it happened few months earlier, the numbers would have been better for the BJP.
No, according to me, my dear friend, we are going to get absolute majority. Let us wait up to the counting. Afterwards, our national leadership will take appropriate decision at the appropriate time.
Sir, my colleague is asking because you were not actively involved. You were not actively involved until last 1 or 2 months. Until last 1 or 2 months, you were not actively involved. If you were more actively involved, would the BJP have been able to gain more ground?
From last 3 months, day and night, I am touring in the state, entire state, and people are supporting us like anything. That's why I am telling you, we are going to get absolute majority. Let us wait up to counting.
When was the last time you spoke to Kumaraswamy or Devegowda? When was the last time?
No, I don't want to comment in this stage.
Shravan, my colleague Shravan is asking you a question.
Assuming, take appropriate decision at the appropriate time.
Assuming that you come to power, Mr. Yediyurappa, as you are saying that the BJP will come to power, they will cross the halfway mark. The question that I want to ask you is, will it be Basavaraj Bommai, the next Chief Minister of Karnataka?
Need my protein.
The central leadership is going to take decision at that time.
He's keeping his cards
but
close.
Your support matters. Okay? Mr. Yediyurappa, your support matters.
Totally separate.
So will your support be behind Mr. Basavaraj
Additional
Bommai?
66-litre space to separate non-veg from pure veg.
No, I have no objection. Only thing is, these things will be taken decision in the central leadership only. I can't take any decision. According to me, now also I am telling you, I can't take any decision. According to me, now also I am telling you, I am. Thank you.
Mr. Yediyurappa, one final question with you. You're a very, very seasoned politician. You understand, and we'll wait for the next 2 days to figure out how these numbers actually translate into reality, sir. But I want to put two situations. If these numbers hold true, will the BJP plus the JDS, can that happen? Or the BJP would prefer to sit in the opposition and let the Congress and the JDS come together and form the next government in Karnataka? What would you prefer more?
It is too early to say anything. After the final counting is over, then only our national leadership will take appropriate decision.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Yediyurappa. I don't think he's going to give away more than that.
Very tight-lipped.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
But Niranjan, the other big point here is that he's made it very clear he has no objection to Mr. Basavaraj Bommai. While obviously at this point in time he's going to keep it close to his chest, but clearly Yediyurappa making it that he has no objections to Basavaraj Bommai. So Remains to be seen how things are going to be taken ahead. But for the BJP also, remember, there are claimants. There are claimants to the Chief Minister's position, which hasn't really been amplified. But if this position, if they actually cross the halfway mark, remains to be seen whether it or it's going to be Basavaraj Bommai or not.
Surabhi is raising a hand. Surabhi, yes, Surabhi, see, that's a big breaking news update coming in. That he's not saying no. He's not saying no. He's open to it. It's a very interesting comment. Yediyurappa not saying no is a big deal because Bommai, when he spoke to Arnab on the debate a few weeks back, he said no categorically to the JDS. And if Yediyurappa is saying we will take a call at the right time, it means they are keeping their options open. Surabhi and Lokesh.
Can I come in, please?
Audio, I think your audio is muted there. Your audio is muted there. You lost your audio.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Zoom problems. I'm here. Sorry. I was just saying that one of the big takeaways from that conversation definitely is that the senior leader, Yediyurappa ji, is open to coalition with the JDS. And I think the answer to that question on whether would they sit in opposition or whether they would go to the JDS, I think they would rather be in power given the state situation in Karnataka. Very quickly, Niranjan, the colleague from the Congress talked about a few points that he made. I just want to have a point of order here. Sir, it's not Bombay, Karnataka, it's Kittur, Karnataka, not Hyderabad, Karnataka, Kalyan, Karnataka, and there are 6 political divisions, not 5 in Karnataka. So please keep that in mind.
I think Niti Jain also of the BJP wants to say something.
Madam,
yes, Niti. Yes, Mukesh, you can
before you
respond.
speak
Can I please answer back? Can I please answer back?
Before you speak so, confidently about
back,
Karnataka,
please?
I would
Please,
say
please,
that you
please,
do some
please.
reading up, please.
No. Listen, madam. That's called as Bombay, Karnataka because previously that region was within the Bombay presidency.
Sir,
and that the other region is called as
now
Hyderabad,
it is
Karnataka
called
because that
Kittur.
region was under
Lokesh Jindal.
that was under
Lokesh
the king
Jindal,
of
during the day you say
Don't
speak.
show
when
your
I'm talking
own...
about the southern Karnataka.
Please
no,
don't.
Please.
Please
I'm
don't.
not arguing.
No, please
I am
don't
not
show your
arguing with
own
you. I'm
ignorance.
simply bringing
I
about
agree.
certain historical facts to you.
It is
That
now
region,
called
that
Kittur,
region of
Karnataka
Badami,
and
that
Kalyana,
region
Karnataka.
of Belgaum
I don't
was
understand.
previously
Congress
under
is
the Bombay
always talking
presidency.
about how the BJP
That's why it was called as
doesn't
Bombay,
respect
Karnataka.
identity. I got it. I know that. But right now the name has changed because there is no link anymore to Bombay, Karnataka.
Madam,
it's called Kittur, Karnataka and Kalyan, Karnataka.
the politics, the elections are over.
It's okay, politics is always going on. Your party keeps talking about how BJP forces Hindi nationalism, etc. Understand a little bit. I support the BJP and I have the capability to say it's Kittur, Karnataka and Kalyan, Karnataka because that's what we decided in Karnataka. So I'm not trying to put you on a spot. I'm just saying in all the debates that you come, read up, please. It's an old name, sir. It's like calling Mumbai, Bombay. That's how insulting it is for Karnataka.
Please
Don't
share
call
any article
Mumbai,
that
Bombay.
you want
That's
to. I would surely have a reading of it. And thank you very much for informing me.
It's a government decision.
Yes, and they speak of Kannada pride.
Thank you
And they speak of Kannada pride. And they speak of Kannada pride. Niti Jain is saying something. Niti Jain.
Can I make my point, please?
This is Congress's knowledge about Karnataka.
They speak about Kannada pride in the evening and they forget about it in the evening. Niti Jain.
Niranjan, can I make my point?
That we are still confident of gaining an full
majority. We will see to it when we see to it about what we do going further. So I think to say that he said a yes or a no to any of the alliance, I think he's just said nothing about any of those facts. The other matter being, I think this was an election which was about development versus appeasement. And
as much respectful as I am about all the exit polls, there have been varying numbers that we are seeing in various exit polls. So as a party, as the spokesperson of the party, I think we are all still very confident about making it to a full majority on the 13th.
Can I make a point, Niranjan?
Yes.
Niranjan, 2013 to 2018, the government under Siddaramaiah was considered one of the best governments in Karnataka till date. In fact, out of 165 promises
then why
that
did
they
you
gave,
not come back
they
to
delivered
power,
on 159. Madam, please let me
if
complete.
it was the best,
So
why
they
is it
delivered
that
on
you did not come
159.
back to power?
But compared to that, if you look at the
You made
tenure from
Kumaraswamy cry, don't
2019
forget.
till now,
You made Kumaraswamy cry.
It was a time period. No,
You made
it was this
Kumaraswamy cry.
particular
You made Kumaraswamy cry, and you're saying best government. How are you patting your own back? You made Kumaraswamy cry. You made Kumaraswamy cry.
The best only,
Allow me to
only
complete.
as
Multiple
user,
times.
because clearly
This
the people did
particular
not agree with
government, then
that.
why is this particular election completely against BJP?
Let me get in
There is a
Chandan
heavy
Gowda. Okay, quickly
anti-incumbency
get the word from
wave in
Chandan Gowda. Tejasvi Surya joining us in 1 minute. I'm going to Chandan Gowda. Surabhi, I'm coming to Chandan Gowda. Looking at these numbers, did the Congress lose the plot in the last maybe 1 or 2 weeks?
Unless we have a sense for where it is lost, how, it's difficult to say, because the let's say the big things that are attributed to its faux pas, the Bajrang Dal comment, it may have costed them in certain parts, but not in all parts. So we need a region by region breakdown. But broadly, if these exit polls are accurate, it looks like the BJP anti-incumbency it's managed it better than we thought it would, and the Congress hasn't been able to capitalize on it as much as we thought it would. And JDS is managing, however we thought it would. But we need, I just saw that you have region-wise breakdown data coming up. So once we have them in full, we may be able to better get a sense for why the parties have done the way they have.
No, for example, I'll tell you, coastal Karnataka, the Congress is not winning. They were going to, we were told that they were leading in 1 or 2 seats, but that lead is gone. It's a clean sweep for the BJP in that region. It's a clean sweep.
So in that case, I think the Bajrang Dal invocation has definitely done them some damage. But we also need to see how much SDPI has done, because they were also expected to take away some of the Muslim votes, which the Congress was hoping to get. And I think those are two big factors there. And Janata Dal has fielded a candidate in Mangalore North. We need, who was initially a Congress aspirant. So we need to see how much damage that has meant. So, but I think it's broadly the 2 or 3 seats that was expected to get, it has not got. So that's an indication that something has gone wrong there. In the last minute, the manifesto's inclusion of the Bajrang Dal point, I think because it energized the cadres in a way it hadn't. And I don't know what else to speculate about the coastal region.
Karan Gowda, JDS backer, is joining us. We had Yediyurappa here, Karan. If you can hear me, Yediyurappa is not ruling out any tying up with the JDS. He was live on Republic a few minutes back. He's not ruling that option out. BJP leaders before today were ruling that option out. Now nobody's ruling it out.
Yes, we know, first of all, JDS will come in majority in full swing. We don't need anyone's support either way. All these exit polls figures are all, we are not in agreement with this.
हॉलीडे प्लानिंग पार्ट 2 इस बार क्या ड्रामा होगा?
तू सही था छोटे, पूल चाहिए।
भैया मेरे दही भल्ले आएंगे, जरूर आएंगे।
बजट नो प्रॉब्लम।
कहानी में ट्विस्ट कैसे? आपको तो पता ही होगा। 16 करोड़ ऐप डाउनलोड्स, 29 लाख होटल्स और होम स्टेज, कमाल के प्राइसेस। पब्लिक खुश, ड्रामा छोड़ो, अगर ट्राई करो।
Very different.
Okay.
My friends, my dear friends.
No, your leader has said that.
India, they don't know.
No, you're not a strong party in Old Mysuru.
Sir, many of the sitting MLAs have joined.
Okay, we have some breaking news coming in now. Some breaking news coming in. I have to just cut you short. They're getting in some breaking news now. There are more arrests being made in Pakistan. Getting in a live report. We have a reporter live outside the residence of Fawad Chowdhury right now. We are being told, and that's a live report. Let me cut across straight. Reporter telling us that Fawad Chowdhury is going to be arrested anytime now. Those are pictures from this evening. We are told that some people have been killed in firing. These are political workers. And those pictures and the report also from Ahmad Adil, who's outside the residence of Fawad Chowdhury. I'm cutting across live to him. He's got the camera crews and the police behind him. Ahmad Adil, बताइए क्या हो रहा है वहाँ पे? That's a live shot from Islamabad. Live shot from Islamabad. Anytime now, we are hearing that Fawad Chowdhury is inside. He's going to be picked up, will be arrested in a short while from now. Another leader, Shah Mahmood Qureshi, has already been arrested. Shawan Abhishek, this is turning out to be a situation where maybe you can safely say that the PTI leadership is being picked up en masse. Shawan Abhishek.
All right, Niranjan, this was expected after the statement that is coming from the Pakistan army along expected lines. Remember, yesterday it was thought that this is a The arrest of Imran Khan is a product of the ongoing standoff between Imran's party and the government of Shehbaz Sharif. But then behind the scenes, obviously, it was Pakistan Army. And now it becomes clear with the ISPR coming out with a statement which says that 9th of May will be remembered as a black chapter. What the enemy could not have done, a political group has done to Pakistan, and they named PTI, and the attacks on Pakistan Army facilities were organized and anti-army slogans were raised. Khan was arrested legally. So essentially, this is a message, I believe, to the Supreme Court of Pakistan also, Shawan, that beware, the Pakistan Army, the real government or real power behind the throne in Pakistan, has taken a position, and you better take this into account whenever the PTI files that petition or plea before the Supreme Court.
Well, in fact, the latest news that we're getting in right now, Abhishek, is that PTI has made another allegation. Perhaps we can break this. They're making this allegation that a raid is basically underway at Imran's Zaman Park residence. We've already seen in Lahore, Abhishek, a PTI office where raids were being carried out. PTI leader Shireen Mazari has now made this recent claim that a raid is underway at the party chairman, Imran Khan's Zaman Park residence in Lahore. And she says that there's heavy shelling that is going on right now. And Imran's wife was only one there with only her and the domestic staff. Perhaps we can put that out. That's the other big breaking news now coming in. PTI confirming that raids underway at Imran Khan's residence where his wife was only present. In fact, as far as Shah Mahmood Qureshi is concerned, Abhishek, what we were picking up is that from the time Imran Khan was actually on the run. In fact, not just him, Fawad too was on the run. It was only because they were preempting the fact that the arrest could actually take place. We are looking at other cases that have already been registered against Shah Mahmood Qureshi and Fawad at this point in time.